I found out that the more you sacrifice, the faster you're going to see the results and the happier you're going to be in the long run.
In the long run, yeah.
And then you're going to automatically see that you would want to do more.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you will realize that you're going to feel better.
And also you're going to feel better about yourself because you went to the gym and you know that you've done something for yourself. You know that it's something that you've done that is going to basically help you in the long run.
Or when you're just starting to meditate, they're just going to think that they're going to be these monks.
Majority of people are working from home and all you do is sit at your desk with your laptop or computer. So that's 8-10 hours of your day sitting in the same position. Obviously, how much do you think your body is going to bear that? Of course, at some point you're gonna experience pain, and if you don't exercise, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of The Grateful Show. We are very pleased to welcome you to another episode, and this one is going to be about the importance of exercise and how to actually keep active in the current times with what is currently going on. And as always, I have here with me Bogdan. Bogdan, how are you doing?
How is it going, guys? Yeah, doing fantastic. It's 3 p.m. here, and we're basically just sitting. We are facing each other right now, and we are recording this for you guys so you can have a better experience. And what are you grateful for today, Pascal?
I'm actually grateful for this juice, for the apple juice that we are having. It's natural apple juice and it tastes fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, so let's just jump straight into the actual topics. And we are going to cover why should one exercise, and then we're going to talk about how to start exercising, and then how to stay consistent. So actually made a bit of research so I can give you more insightful knowledge and tips on why should you guys exercise in the first place. And that is to make you overall happier. Like it produces, exercise produces changes in parts of the brain, and those changes basically regulate stress and anxiety. So if you feel anxious, if you feel like you're burning out or stressed from work or any other reasons, exercise is a very, very good tool to help you release that stress and anxiety.
I think it's one of the best, actually.
So as well, yeah.
And it's very fucked up that with the current situation, everybody is just locking down.
Yeah.
Okay, they are locking down the gyms. And
Yeah.
okay, maybe that's understandable, even though it's not. But why would you lock down the parks? Why would you lock down the places where people
exercise?
Have some exercise? Yeah.
So it increases the brain sensitivity for the hormone and serotonin, and norepinephrine, I think it's pronounced, which basically relieves feelings of depression. It also helps you with weight loss. Obviously, studies show that inactivity is a major factor in weight gain and obesity. It's been shown to increase metabolic rate, which will obviously burn more calories and help you lose weight. It's also very good for muscle and bone health, obviously bone density and muscle gain. Overall, you're gonna have way more energy when you exercise. I hear a lot of people like, I don't have the time, or I'm too tired. Like, no shit, like if you start exercising, you're not gonna be tired. Obviously, it takes time for all the benefits to show and feel, but studies show that regular exercise for a period longer than 6 weeks helps reduce feelings of fatigue and burnout. Also, it reduces the risk of chronic disease. It can help your skin health. So if you are struggling with acne, if you have bad genetics with your skin, exercise is definitely a good tool to incorporate in your day-to-day life. It's actually proved to increase the quality of your sleep because the body is relaxing way quicker and easier. And it obviously helps with insomnia. Like I don't remember the last time when I couldn't sleep because I'm always like knackered from exercising. And last but not least, you're gonna have a way better sex life. I'm talking about sex drive, sex performance, and actually pleasure. I had no idea about the last one about pleasure being increased when you exercise. I had no fucking idea.
I mean, it's kind of obvious that it's gonna increase your sex life because it's just gonna like change your physical appearance. So women, or maybe in other cases men, will be more attractive.
Yeah, not only that, but like when you start exercising, you improve your overall cardiovascular system, I guess.
Mm.
And like the blood flow is different, is way better.
And you're gonna have a better range of motion, guys.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Right. So now those were all the reasons for why you should exercise if you're still doubting exercising in the first place. But now we're going to cover how one can actually start exercising. And I think there's no better person to ask than yourself. So how should one approach exercising? Let's say that they've been in lockdown for like a couple of weeks now. They are feeling sluggish. They don't know what to do and how to approach it. They kind of want to start, but they know it's going to take a while for results to appear. So they are just stuck at home watching Netflix or doing any other activities that are not active.
Yeah. Well, in order to answer that question, I mean, you can just imagine last time you said, okay, I'm going to start doing something, but it's going to take some time. But then you started doing it, even though it was a bad thing or a good thing. And then in time, you are just like, holy shit, that time just passed. And I'm like here in this moment and I'm doing this shit. I don't know, maybe when you started your last job.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you are 1 year in, or the uni as well.
Yeah.
This is the case with almost everything, right? Like with the sports as well. And it's just like with uni or with a job. At the beginning, you wouldn't know everything about exercising, but you wouldn't have to do that much because you're not going to have that many responsibility. You're not going to have that much of a knowledge, and you're not asked to do more. And it's the case with the fitness as well, because you don't have to like do 45 minutes, 1 hour cardio and your heart rate is just gonna like jump out of your chest.
Yeah.
It's gonna like start slowly with 5 minutes. Maybe you're gonna just find out about a YouTube video and you're just gonna do it, and then that's kind of it for the day. At least just do something, and then the next day just try to do 1 minute more.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna automatically see that you would want to do more.
Yeah.
Because you will realize that you're gonna feel better. I mean, of course, you're gonna feel shit when you are actually exercising because you're tired and your heart again is just jumping out of your chest. But then you're just gonna feel fantastic after you're gonna have that shower. Yeah.
Like I realize that there are people out there like us that absolutely love exercising and the pain and the struggle you have to go through when you exercise and when you push yourself, but that's not applicable with everyone, and that's completely normal. So as you mentioned, there are people that are not enjoying exercising at all. But as you said, like you sacrifice 1 hour, and then for the rest of your day or the rest of the week, whenever you're gonna feel more energized, you're gonna feel better about yourself. And also you're going to feel better about yourself because you went to the gym and you know that you've done something for yourself. You know that it's something that you've done that is going to basically help you in the long run. It's not the same when you waste a night of sleep and just watch Netflix series. Of course, it was enjoyable, but you don't feel good about yourself. You know, you've done something wrong.
Yeah, that's true. And just ask anybody that actually exercised the first thing in the morning. So if you start the day with the right thing by exercising, then obviously the following hours are going to be more productive, because when you start with the right food, when you do the things that you have to do, then obviously you're just going to like go into a flow. And it's going to be easier for you to manage it. And I don't know if that's not enough. I mean, basically you in 50 years, in 60 years, you're going to be, maybe if you don't exercise, you're just going to be laying in a bed. You're going to have pains because your back is going to hurt, your neck, your legs, all your muscles, all your bones and everything. So
even now, like there are people in their 30s that struggle with back pain, with shoulder injuries, with neck pain from like sitting at the desk for hours and hours and hours, because obviously all of us now, majority of people are working from home, and all you do is sit at your desk with your laptop or computer. So that's 8-10 hours of your day sitting in the same position. Obviously, how much do you think your body is going to bear that? Of course, at some point you're gonna experience pain, and if you don't exercise, it's gonna get worse and worse.
Yeah, that's true. And I think that I feel one of the reasons why people are actually not starting something is because when they are starting it, they're just looking at the end result and they know that it's gonna take time. It's just like when you're trying to start your fitness journey and then you compare yourself with, I don't know,
people that have been doing it for years.
And you're gonna say, but I'm not gonna be looking like them. And of course you're not gonna be looking like them. I mean, they are not gonna be as good as your main thing.
Yeah.
And that thing is their main thing. The fitness is
Yeah.
their main thing. Or when you're just starting to meditate, they're just gonna think that they're gonna be these monks, and that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. It's like the case with everything.
Yeah.
Just imagine like cooking, or I don't know, riding a bicycle, or just driving a car. It's same with everything. You just gotta like create a routine. If you're gonna do the next, if you're gonna exercise the next 21 days, let's say 3 weeks, every single day for at least let's say 10 minutes to 1 hour, you're gonna realize that you can't get rid of it anymore. It's stuck with you.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like with everything. The more you do it, the more you want to do it.
Yeah.
And the more you want to do it, the more you're gonna do it. And it's just like works hand in hand.
Yeah, we are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence is nothing but a habit or something like that, the quote said. Exactly. And to add on top of that, I feel like, as you were saying, main reason for why people don't want to start is they look at the end result and they are like, nah, this is going to take forever. As you said, again, time is going to pass regardless. Like, if you don't start now, you might be forced to start in 5 years. Your doctor might force you to start exercising, so you might as well start now. And also, I feel like with most people is they expect results overnight. Like, you can't be expecting results after a couple of days, even a couple of weeks for some people. Like, you have to realize that, for example, us, and we are not even professional athletes, we probably invested, I would say, at least hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours, exercising and training. And I'm not even going to introduce the part where you go to grocery shopping and you buy exactly the food that you need to buy, and then you cook the food, and then you scale the food. For some of us, scale the food, and like all the effort and like sleeping enough. Like, it takes years to achieve a decent physique. It really takes years. Like, people don't realize that. And the beauty of it is the fact that you can't buy it. And like, why do you think that a lot of people look up to people that look amazing? Of course, they might say, he's just on steroids, but deep down, they are jealous because they don't look a certain way. They don't look like that athlete on the magazine. And that's because they haven't put in the hours and the time, and they know that deep down. But unfortunately, or fortunately for people that do, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes hundreds of hours.
You don't have to necessarily start like today. You are just these lazy motherfuckers. You're just like a couch potato, and then the next day you say, but from tomorrow I'm gonna
start this amazing workout, intense trainings for 45 minutes, and I'm gonna have abs in 90 days.
I always tell people, just set yourself like achievable goals. You're not gonna conquer the world in one day, like not even in 1 month. It's gonna take years. So the sooner you're gonna start, the sooner you're gonna get there. Obviously, everyone's journey is gonna be different. And it's never gonna be perfect. Like, I've been training for more than 8 years now, like just fitness related. And I can say that sometimes I not necessarily binge, but I eat more than I have to. Sometimes I just take like 3 days off from the gym and I don't feel good. Sometimes I just
you're forced to stay at home for 3 months.
Or sometimes you're just not in the mood to exercise, and that's okay.
But it's normal.
It's normal. Don't think that it's just the case with you. No,
exactly.
Normal. Everybody has it. Even the fitness influencers have it. I mean, it's just part of the journey. Like, when you're gonna look up to these people, not necessarily fitness influencers, but let's say like business leaders or presidents, you think that they are just working and just out there, but you don't really know what's in their life. You don't know the struggle. You don't know that maybe they have like months when they weren't productive. So you don't know.
I feel like it is the case with a lot of people that they think that it's just them and they're just those lazy motherfuckers that can't figure anything out. They're not disciplined, and it's just them. No, it's not just you. Like, everyone goes through those days. Like you said, like, I have days when I'm like, shit, I really don't want to work out. Like, oh my God, I have to train legs again. And of course, there are days, more than those, there are days when I'm like pumped to work out. But like, I still have days when I don't really want to work out. Like, it's the last thing that I want to do. And I might not even enjoy doing it because I know I should be doing something else for work, or I might have to be somewhere else. And sometimes I have to trade that time to actually train because I know that in the long run, it pays off.
I found out that the more you sacrifice, the faster you're going to see the results and the happier you're going to be in the long run.
In the long run,
because let's say that I sacrifice watching Netflix now to do a workout. of course I don't want to. Of course I'm not gonna feel, it's not enjoyable
Yeah.
to just jump here and there. But after that, you're gonna feel better, and your body is gonna thank you. And this is the case with everything. Like when you have to do shit done, you gotta sacrifice your pleasure for
Yeah.
something which is not enjoyable at
Yeah.
all. For the thing
Sometimes
that,
you gotta sacrifice sleep, unfortunately. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice like going out and seeing your friends. You gotta sacrifice, as you said, watching a movie.
yeah,
Like it's normal. Life is about trade-offs. You can't always have everything at the same time.
yeah. The more you sacrifice, the more things that you actually want you're gonna have.
Yeah.
The less you sacrifice, the more like short-term pleasures you're gonna have.
Yeah. And
It's
things
like
that you don't
10
want
times.
gonna appear in your life, and you're gonna have more problems and difficulties. And I think like it's very relatable to mention now what Jocko Willing said, that discipline equals freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So the more disciplined you are, you might as well become more free of your own insecurities, of your own limiting beliefs. Because like when you actually do the things that you are supposed to be doing rather than things that you feel like doing, you will be happier, you will look better, you will feel better. But obviously it's about the long-term stuff.
Yeah. It's gonna be easier for you to choose what you're gonna do,
Yeah.
what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna drink.
Oh
where
yeah,
you're gonna be.
yeah. Oh
like,
yeah. It's so for some
everything.
people think that like this whole fitness lifestyle, it's so hard. Like you gotta scale your food, like you're gonna eat a certain way. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. And like have days when my parents are like, "Oh my God, I don't know what to eat. What do you want to eat?" I'm like, "Same thing as yesterday.
So
same thing as the last week. Like I don't want to change the food. You already had chicken breast yesterday." I'm like, "Yeah, cool, that works. Like I really don't mind." And of course, you're gonna have treats here now and then, but like when it comes to food, I never think about it.
Yeah.
And I was watching a video from Angel, I don't know how it's pronounced, this YouTuber who's all about no-fap and minimalism and how to like really be productive. And he was mentioning about how much decision fatigue occurs when you like don't have a structure when it comes to your diet, when it comes to the things you wear, when it comes to the things that you do on a daily basis. When you're all over the place, of course you're gonna be fatigued. Of course you're not gonna have energy. But when everything is structured, I work out at this time, I shower, I do this, I do that, I have the same breakfast, or you can have 3 different breakfasts that you alter, like things are gonna be way, way more enjoyable to do because you're not gonna spend time on like meaningless stuff.
Yeah. And the thing is that to be a bit more practical, most people don't start something because they say they're not motivated.
Yeah.
But it's not the case with motivation. I mean,
motivation comes and goes.
Yeah. It just comes and goes, and it comes usually when you see something that just fires you up, or when you start to do.
When you get results.
Exactly, when you do results. If you're not doing the things that you want to do, then you're not gonna be motivated to do it. It's just like you're gonna see that it's kind of the same when you are productive and you are kind of not necessarily trying, but when you want to be unproductive. It's just like you are not motivated to do that thing. And people think that motivation is something that is just
you have to find.
Yeah, they just have to find. Or it just comes with the bad things, or it just applies to the good things. Sorry, but no, it like motivation is just your willingness to do something. The more willing you're gonna be, the more motivated
you know
you're gonna
you
be.
know what is motivation linked to? Chemistry. Speaking chemistry, I think that's how basically the motivation mechanism within ourselves, people, is dopamine. That's what you get, that's what's produced within your brain when you do stuff, when you get things done. And dopamine, you have 2 paths. You can go the short-term, short gratification route where you get the dopamine from anything, or you can choose the hard route where you actually only get dopamine from the things that you actually do and should be doing. So if you choose to get your dopamine from watching movies and from sleeping up until 12 midday because it just feels good in the moment, and like from bad food, yeah, you're gonna get that dopamine, but you're not gonna get anything else out of it, just that short-term pleasure with a lot of other shit that you don't want in your life. And if you choose the other route, which is of course harder, where you just try to not necessarily do a detox, but like limit the time you're on Instagram, limit the time you're just meaningless scrolling on the internet and doing nothing, because when you're not doing anything, it doesn't really feel good. At least when you are aware, it doesn't feel good. So if you go that route, when you actually do something, no matter how small it is, you maybe woke up 15 minutes earlier, it just feels good and you have the dopamine rush. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do more stuff. I want to be more productive. And you get that dopamine, which is the same dopamine, but this time you're actually going towards and after the things that you actually want, not the things that you feel like you want.
Yeah, exactly. And you're just, like you said, you are trying to start your fitness journey or anything else, but in the same time, you are just scrolling on Instagram and you follow like at least 20, 10, 20, 30 pages with food and with, I don't know what people do, which is unproductive.
Yeah.
Like, the more you consume with your brain, the more of those things you're gonna like want to do.
Yeah.
So the more like fitness people you're gonna follow and the more fitness pages you're gonna follow, I mean, the more willing you're gonna be to start your shit because you're gonna see that those people are doing that thing and you will want to copy them. You will want to become the same. If I'm gonna just delete all your followings and I'm gonna just follow just, let's say, rock stars and rock music, then most probably in 1 year you're gonna be the biggest fan of rock.
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Yeah.
So the sooner you're gonna unfollow all the diets, like the fast food accounts or the sweets accounts. Or
but why are they following them? Because they're not getting anything out of them. Just a bit of dopamine whenever they scroll and oh, this looks delicious. Is that helping you? Really think about it. Is it really helping you? Because it's not. It's like watching porn. Come on.
And again, the same thing, even though it's good because it may influence you in a good way, you see like fitness influencers who are just like posting, and it was the case with me, and I believe the case with you as well. Like, you're not gonna post every single day your rice and chicken. You're gonna post something that it's unhealthy because that's when you're gonna have it and you're gonna feel like amazing, and then that's what you're gonna post. And then like someone who doesn't know is just gonna go and watch it like, what the fuck is these guys always?
I used to get so many DMs like, bro, you're always eating junk. Like, this is unreal. You still got abs. And I'm like, bro, I've had probably 24 healthy meals this week and 2 bad meals. The only things that I posted were the bad ones because I was excited about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really goes to show how big of an impact everything that you really consume has. And like, obviously, I think everyone is already aware of the fact that you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. But keep in mind that at the moment in 2020, the social interactions, I think, has massively dropped. And the things that you surround yourself at the moment are Instagram, your music,
your family,
the food that you eat, your family, and probably the things that you watch if you watch TV. So those are the things that you surround yourself with. And if those things don't align with your goal, which in this case is starting to exercise, getting fit, if those things don't correlate with that, so you're just making your life harder by surrounding yourself with things that don't get you closer to that goal, if that makes sense.
Yeah, in a way, it's good that you don't have that many distractions and so many people influencing you like to do their things.
Yeah.
But in the other, like, on another perspective, it's harder.
Yeah, because you are alone.
Yeah, because it's easier for you to do it when nobody's watching.
Yeah.
And you're just watching.
Yeah, I think Naval was interviewed by Joe Rogan, I think the first ever interview. And he was like, those corporations are going to come after you. You're going to be left in your house with nobody around you. And they're going to come for you. You're going to get a notification. You're going to get an email. You're going to get some discounts. You're going to get this. You're going to get that. Watch this on YouTube. Watch that on Netflix. And when you look at the clock, it's 2 a.m. You haven't done anything that day. So you lost the day. So you really have to be aware of that. So to wrap things up, I just wanted to, again, touch a bit more on the consistency part, because obviously consistency is the key, especially when it comes to things such as fitness and getting results in the fitness field. So what are some things that people could implement and do to help themselves be more consistent? Because like it is the case, we know so many people that start working out for 2 months and then 6 months they go off. Again, they restart, they're motivated, they're pushing weights, they're on a diet, and then from there, again, it goes downhill. And it's like some waves. And when you measure that, there's no progress.
I think the most easiest thing that somebody could do in order to keep their consistency is just hide, like, away from your side, anything that is just gonna stop you do the things that you want. So if you're gonna want to start reading more, then you're gonna just fill up your like table or your bookshelf with books, and you're gonna start reading more. If you wanna just train, just like roll out the first thing in the morning, just wake up, drink some water, and then just roll out your mat, to your fitness mat on the floor. You're gonna feel bad and stupid not to use it. Just like start doing it. Just start. Just put it there because you're gonna do it. I mean, of course, not all the time, but it's gonna like help you
Yeah.
do it, isn't it?
Mhm.
Just hide away the donuts. Don't buy the donuts anymore. To be honest, 2 days ago, my mother was cooking some cookies,
Mhm.
and I'm not the type of person who usually eats sweets. I like them, but not that much. And then she just left them on the table, the cookies on the table, and I'm like, should I eat one? Maybe not. They're
Yeah,
not
you go
healthy.
into that battle with
Yeah.
your own mind.
And then I'm working again, and like, those cookies look delicious. No, I'm gonna have it. Guess what? I had 3, like in a row. I mean, of course they were
yeah,
there. They were
it's way
there
harder
for
when
me.
they are there.
Yeah, because you only think about them. So
Yeah.
next time, just don't buy them. And when you go to the grocery shopping, another thing that you can do: don't go and buy food when you're hungry.
Oh yeah, this is
Don't.
big. This
It's
is
very
big.
big because you're gonna buy just the shit that you like, that you're craving in that moment.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like some sugar and some fats that your body is craving
Yeah.
in that moment.
Yeah.
Eat something healthy, and then go and shop.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel like you're gonna be amazed
Mhm.
about the money you're spending and the thing that you're gonna buy.
Like in time, because like obviously we too with ourselves, we've been through like a lot of shit, like competition prep, fasting for like 2 or 3 days, water fast, eating just vegetarian, eating vegan. Like we've been through it all, and like for us now, it's like kind of a ride. Like we've been to the shop today. You were fasting for like 24 hours and you didn't really want to take any other stuff rather than the things that we were supposed to buy.
Yeah.
So in time, you're going to see that you're going to be way more disciplined. Like now it's very hard to like subtract yourself from eating shit. But like in time, you're going to develop a discipline that is not going to allow yourself to have that bad thing because you're going to respect yourself. But that comes with time. You're going to be like, hold on a second, I'm stronger than this. I don't need this sugar. I don't need to do this. Or when you feel bad and you don't want to go work out, you're like, hold on a second. You have to remind yourself of how much you've done. And then you get a motivation from inside, but that comes in time.
Yeah, so everything takes time.
Yeah,
Just
like honestly, to wrap things up, I think that exactly what you mentioned is the best thing to do for people. And like the fastest thing that they can implement is basically don't make your life hard. Like when you decide that you actually want to exercise, that's the first step. You have to decide. You have to say, okay, I'm gonna start. And once you start, don't make your life hard. Like if your friends are not into this whole fitness thing, I'm sorry to tell you, but it's gonna be very hard to hang out with them when they go all the way to KFC or McDonald's and they buy all the entire menu, and you're like, oh shit, what am I supposed to do now? Like, yes, you can still be disciplined and not fall for it, but it's gonna be way harder. It goes the same with like telling your parents, hey, look, I want to start this thing with the fitness. Can you actually make sure that we don't always have chocolates like on the first shelf or whatever? Or can you make sure that you don't cook as much shit as you were cooking before? Like you really have to like tell the people around that you actually want to do this, and people around, the right people, will be supportive and they will keep you accountable. And when the time will come for you to cheat, they'll be like, hold on a second, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like it really helps.
Yeah.
And yeah, anything else you want to add?
I think that's kind of it. Just have to nail the basics.
Yeah.
Like, just start doing it and stop just like being lazy, because it's not the case. You're not lazy. Just start doing something, then you're gonna be feeling like motivated.
Yeah. Once you
You're
take
not
the
lazy.
action, you're gonna have the
do something. Just like be active, be proactive, and do shit, because you're gonna thank your future self is gonna thank you so much for doing it. So yeah, that's kind of it. These are the basics, and yeah, I believe that the next episode is gonna be our last
one for this season. Yeah,
for this season. So yeah, for December we're just gonna try to find the most high-end guests, some people who are actually gonna help you even more achieve what you want to achieve. And yeah, we're gonna bring people from I don't know, fitness,
mental
industries, mental health. We're gonna bring coaches. We're gonna bring business leaders. So yeah, just keep an eye.
Of course, there are so many still episodes that you probably haven't listened to. So you have this all of this time. I think it's gonna be till second week of January approximately.
Yeah, second week of January, we're gonna post. We're gonna be posting the season 2. But yeah,
in the time you still have so many episodes to listen to.
This is the episode number 89. I'm not wrong. And yeah, we're gonna have another episode where we're just gonna wrap everything up. And that's kind of it, guys. Thank you so much again for listening. And if you're listening on Apple, you know what to do. Just leave us a 5-star review if you enjoyed this podcast and if you got something out of it, or just share it with your friends. If you're listening on YouTube, give us a like, a comment. You know the drill. And yeah, until next time, this is Bogdan.
This is Pascu, and you guys stay grateful and exercise more. Cheers.